There is a company in India that makes almost no money every time you use it, zero by design, and yet it now handles nearly half of every digital payment in the country, about 10 billion of them every single month. Bigger than Google Pay, bigger than Paytm, bigger than the banks that had a 100-year head start. Here's the strange part. It didn't win with a better app. It won by doing one thing that every competitor thought was beneath them. So hello guys, this is Ronak Singh from Venturesathi, where we provide tech-driven contact center solutions combining strategic consultation, human support and specialized IT services to modernize your customer experience. Let's rewind to 2016. India runs on cash. If you wanted to accept a digital payment, you needed a card machine, a bank relationship and fees on every swipe. Small shops that are the 90% of India's that sells teas, vegetables, phone recharges were locked out. Then the government did something unusual. It built a free public payment rail called UPI. Any app could plug into it, and crucially it charged the shopkeeper nothing. No fees per transaction. That's the zero MDR rule. Every big player looked at a system that generates no fee income and treated it as a cost center, a compliance box to tick. PhonePe looked at the exact same thing and saw a weapon. While competitors ran TV ads and chased urban app store downloads, PhonePe did something unglamorous. They put roughly 50,000 people on the street, feet on the ground, town by town, shop by shop. A QR standee on every counter, then a small speaker, the sound box, that shouts out loud, payment of 50 rupees received, so the shopkeeper never has to stop and check a screen. That one device solved a real trust problem for a merchant who can't read a transaction ID. They went where nobody wanted to go, Tier 2 and Tier 3, the towns and the villages. Today, PhonePe reaches 99% of India's PIN code and has digitalized more than 36 million small merchants. None of this is free. A field army, free QR codes, subsidized soundboxes, cashbacks that burns enormous amount of cash on a product that earns nothing per payment. PhonePe could afford it because Flipkart and then Walmart back it with over $1 billion. That capital was not spent on being flashy, it was spent on winning boring, expensive physical fight for distribution and then holding it. The payment itself was never the business, it was the on-ramp. Get 400 and then 600 million people transacting daily, and now you can sell them insurance, gold, loans, mutual funds. The free thing builds the audience and then the audience is the asset. So here is what actually happened. PhonePe didn't outmarket anyone, it out-executed everyone. In the least glamorous parts of the business, most companies outsource, ignore or treat as overhead. The counter nobody wanted to visit, the small town nobody wanted to serve, the support that has to just work every time in every language or the whole thing breaks. That's the uncomfortable pattern behind a lot of category winners. The moat is not the flashy front end, it's the operational grind underneath, done relentlessly at scale in the places competitors think are not worth it. And the grind never stops. Regulators are now weighing a rule that would cap any single app at 30% of UPI, which would force PhonePe to shed almost a third of the very volume it fought so hard to win. The war it won in the towns, it may have to fight again in the rulebook. If there is one thing to take from PhonePe, it's this: the boring operational work you are tempted to treat as overhead is often the exact place the moat gets built. That's the work we do at Venturesathi. We run the unglamorous operations behind other people's brands, support back office, compliance heavy processes in the languages and regions most vendors skip. If that's a problem you are sitting on, you can reach to us, link is in the below, but mostly tell me in the comments, whose boring operational grind do you think is quietly winning right now? And for more such videos, you can subscribe to our channel Venturesathi. And at last, thanks for watching.